Come on in, come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Monique. I am your life coach, and I help women to take responsibility for their happiness, success, and their freedom. And today we're just going to talk about that. We're going to talk about being responsible and take a responsibility for your own happiness. We're going to talk about what I coach about. We're going to talk about and discuss what I coach people to do, right? And that is just taking responsibility. That's why this channel is called the Responsibility Channel, because instead of worrying and talking about what someone else is doing, what they have done to you, I teach women to look at themselves and look at how they are responsible, to look at how they could get over and deal with the issues that they are dealing with. And most of those issues, come from things they have not addressed, right? Things they have not addressed in their childhood, things they have not addressed, and coming from like, hey Joanne, coming from like of abusive situationship, coming from dysfunctional family. So we address all of that. That's why you hear and see on this channel, I talk about a lot of issues where it concerns a lot of spiritual things, but concerning dysfunction and different things of that nature. So I talk a lot about that because we need to know that we are responsible. We can change, how we feel. We can change how people treat us. We can change how we treat people and deal with people by doing the work on ourselves, by, becoming stronger, by developing a stronger, stronger self-awareness, right? Being more confident, setting boundaries. How do you inspire such a life and growth in a beautiful orchid? So that's what I do. And I've always been that person to encourage and motivate. So I said, you know what? I felt like God was calling me to use my talents, to be a voice and to speak and to help. And so that's what I do. I really, you know, give, I think I have a gift of getting people to look at things from a different perspective, because sometimes we think the way that we have been taught is the correct way, and it's not always the correct way. You can unlearn some of the things that you were taught that do not work for you, right? We have to unlearn some of these things, and it's okay when you're trying to create your own happiness, when you're trying to create your own success, and when you're trying to break free from the strongholds, right, that you are dealing with. Yes, it is time to unlearn. It is time to renew your mind. It is time to get a new belief system, get some new beliefs, because we're all struggling. We're all dealing with different things. And in order to overcome those things, we got to take responsibility. We got to take inventory of our own lives. And that's what I teach. I teach us to take inventory. You're talking to someone that had to take some inventory, okay? But I hope you all are doing well today. I am well. I am blessed. I am highly favored. And I'm excited. Hopefully, I won't be here before you long, because I'm long winded. That's why I know God was going to use my mouth. I can get on here and I can chat. Okay. I can be chatting forever. And I enjoy it. I really do. I really do. So today, hello. Hey, Greta. So today, I just want to teach us, talk about just being responsible, right? Um, and I have my little memes here that goes along, and I'm gonna put them in the chat, and they're significant to my brand, right? The grapes are significant in the details that we're heading to the promised land. You know, um, this is a channel that help women, but we don't help women without God. So if you don't want to hear about God and the Bible, this is not the channel for you, because that's where our foundation is. That's where my foundation, that's what helped me. I can't come on here and pretend that, you know, I didn't get to where I am from a spiritual perspective as well. No, I can't do that. So, but the grapes here in the chat is significant that we're heading to the promised land. We're going to experience the good of the land. We're going to experience the fat grapes. You have to go and do your research and read that story about the grapes in the promised land, the land of milk and honey. So that's where we have that great meme from. Not meme, the emoji I meant. The great emoji is that we're heading to the promised land. And then this little heart in the band-aid is significant for we're healing, right? Whenever you see that little heart with the band-aid, we're healing over here. That's what this channel for. This is a channel that teaches us how to deal with ourselves. We look in, do our own work. We journal, we journal, we pray, we meditate, we forgive, and we do the work on ourselves. I talk a lot about that, but I also share experiences and share some of the things I've gone through or some of the things, other people have gone through. But we have to talk about it in order to get through it. You can't just ignore what you have gone through, right? And that's what I think causes a lot of depression, because some people want to just suppress what they have gone through. No, you need to talk to somebody about it. That's why I became a life coach. You have to talk to somebody who understands, and you can release, some of those issues to feel, to let, so that you won't feel like you're alone, because you're not alone. We've all have experienced things in life. That's what the band-aid and the heart represents. Then the little baby, the little crying baby, the emoji, is we're not going to cry about it. Yes, our life happened to us. Yes, the lies happened to you, the slander, the divorce, the person left you, they abandoned you. Your parents didn't love you. You can't stay in that state. You can't be crying about that forever. Your parents, they abandoned you. What can you do about it? What can you do about it? You have to change your perspective. If you had a parent that abandoned you, you have to look at it as if that's being a gift. Because if they abandoned you, just imagine what life would have been like with them if they didn't want you. You probably could have been tortured or something, or abused. So we can't be crying about what happened to us. I can't cry about what happened to me last year. I can't cry about what happened. I can't cry about what happened to me yesterday. I have to deal with it and move on. Right? That's what the little baby is for. The little baby means we're not going to cry about it. You got 2 times to complain to me about something, because I'm a solutionist. You have 2 times to complain. The first time, I'm going to hear your story. The second time, we need to come up with the solution. I can't stay in your stuff with you. I have to figure out a way to help you get out of it. And this is the fourth emoji, the little floaty, the rescue, the floaty, I think it's a buoy. I think it's called the buoy. The little rescue, the little, I call it a donut. To rescue you, no one is coming. So we have to throw that little buoy to ourselves. I hope that's the right name, but I call it a rescue donut, the little rescue donut. You are your rescue. That emoji signifies that I am my rescue. You are your rescue. No one is coming. You're going to have to get up. You're going to have to pull your pants up, right? Tie up your bootstraps. If you don't have boots, just stand on your feet so we can get going. No one is coming to rescue you. People don't care about you. Let me just tell you, they don't care about you. How you want them to care about you, how you care about them. People don't care about you like that. I talked about that yesterday. We have to come to that realization. People don't be caring about you how you care about them. People are not you. They don't have your heart. People will use and abuse you as long as you let them. And this is why I talk on this channel. You have to be responsible. You have to set boundaries with people. You have to speak up for yourself. No one is coming. I'm saying I don't, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but they're not coming. They're not coming. They don't care. And they're glad as you. They are glad as you. You have to be, hey Jacqueline, you have to be responsible for your own happiness, your own success and freedom, whatever that looks like to you, whatever happiness looks like to you. When you book a session with me, when people book a session with me, right? I help them to come up with their own solution because you know you better than me. 1 hour is not going to get you to where you need to be, where you were 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, you've been a certain way. So 1 hour is not going to change that. 1 hour will help you, give you a new perspective, give you some ideas so you can go and work on them, but it's not going to change you overnight. It's not going to change you overnight. I help you to stand, to set boundaries, to get a backbone, to heal. And when you get new information, you can heal. When you get new information, the only thing you need is new information. Yep, you need some new information. Some of you may need spiritual intervention, and I can't, I won't be able to help you on that aspect. But new information, a new perspective, it will help you. It'll help you. But you have to put in the work. You have to do journaling. You have to write down what you're feeling, how you're feeling. Because what I've noticed, a lot of people, we want things. I used to be like this. I'm going to tell you all the truth. I had to be delivered. Excuse me, I had some pineapple. I used to want things. But I used to think that they were going to just drop in my lap. I didn't realize that I had to take steps, and there were things I had to do, and there were I had to become somebody different. I had to start thinking different in order for me to accomplish my dreams and my desires. Had to start setting healthy boundaries with people, because when you're around people who are toxic and people who really don't want to see you grow. Because one thing I've noticed about people, they love you when you broke, busted, and disgusted. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. People love you when you broke, busted, and disgusted, because that gives them something to talk about. People, that makes them feel better. If you're struggling, if you're so-called their friend or someone close to them, for some reason, people like to see someone else hurt and going through things. That makes them feel good. I don't know why folks are like that. Twisted-hearted people, they are like that. They like to see you going through. They like to see your children and you going through, and your spouse, and they like to see you just in the uproar. Oh, they don't like when God delivers you. They don't like when you book a coaching session. They don't like when you start reading books and you start going to conferences and you start doing things and you become a new person. They don't like when you start renewing your mind. They don't like when they start seeing you blessed and your business is blessed and everything you touch is blessed and favored. Oh, they don't like that. Let's tell the truth, shame. My favorite thing, let's tell the truth, shame the devil. They don't like that. I don't know why people like to see you struggling and hurting and sad. They don't like to see you vibrant, bubbly, perked up. They don't like to see you happy. It harms. Some people just are in disgust when they see you happy. Come on now, let's tell the truth. Y'all know. Y'all know. Y'all know. Come on, let's tell the truth. People don't like when you get laser focused and you're not worried about what they're doing, what they got going on. You don't want to participate no more in the drama. Oh, they don't like that. They don't like that. It infuriates folks. It infuriates folks. Just like I was talking about Daniel chapter 6. Only thing Daniel was trying to do is serve his God and operate in the excellent spirit. He was favored because he had that excellent spirit. I talked about that Sunday. People don't like when you have that excellent spirit. You're not doing anything. You're not boastful. You're not bragging. I talked about this in my book, my book, 5 Effective Ways to Overcome Petty Office Politics. I have an ebook that's on my website, and I talked about um, an experience that I had when I worked, for this certain company, and I had this manager. I ain't never had a manager like that. All my managers have been awesome. But when people have wicked hearts, they don't like that excellent spirit in you. They don't like that you working unto God. You're not working unto man. You're not working unto, you're doing what them people hired you to do. And the only thing you're doing is what you're supposed to. And people don't like that. People don't like that. People, you got a lot of jealous hearted people. That's why you have to stay prayed up. When you're out in this world, you have to be prayed up, and you have to ask God to give you discernment so you can know how to move. But people will be jealous of that excellent spirit because they're lacking. They're half-butting. If I ever feel that intense where I'm getting jealous or envious of someone, I deal with that. I take that to the Lord. I don't sit and worry about gossiping and trying to bring somebody down because I feel jealous. No, I need to go get on my knees and say, Lord, take this away from me, so that I won't be jealous of somebody who's doing something that I want to do, but don't want to put in the work to do it. That's what that is. They don't want you to have it, but they don't want to work to get it either. They don't want you to get the promotion, but they don't want the job, but they don't want you to have it either. They don't want you to be favored, but they don't have the excellent spirit, so they can be favored too. Because favor follows excellence consistently with a pure heart, and not that you're doing it to get something. But that's what I teach. I teach us to take responsibility, and I deal with the root of issues. I deal with the root of issues because sometimes we don't want to deal with the root of the issue. And baby, you know what the root of every issue is? Let me tell you. Guess what? Y'all let me know. Who want to know what the root of every issue is? Because someone put it in the chat for me. Put it on in the chat. Tell me what the root of every issue is. Hi, Nikiana. Hey, fam. Somebody put in the chat for me. What is the root of every issue? What is the root? Tell me. There is a root of every issue. Nope. No, Greta. The root of every issue. Pride. Those are good ones. Lack of communication. Those are good ones. And it's obvious though. It's so obvious. Oh, them good ones. All them good ones. They're good. There's a root to every issue we have. Every issue. All of those are good once we deal with this number one. Once we deal with the number one, lack of confidence, those are good. Selfishness. Yep. All of those are good. But once we do this one thing, that we're gonna deal with all that. And y'all gonna laugh at me when I tell y'all. Because I talk about it. I introed, I came in with it. Once we deal with this thing here of all our issues, we're done. You know what our number one issue is? Us. We are our number one issue. You are your number one issue. Once you face yourself in the mirror and you tell yourself, I am my problem, and you deal with all them things we put in the chat right here, pride, we deal with pride, we deal with we face the family curses, we deal with the self-worth. Once we do that, everything else gonna fall into place. I know, Greta. It was hard for me too, baby. It was like taking one of them prenatal. Remember them prenatal pills back in the 80s, the 90s, them big old prenatal pills? They hurt. Oh, it hurts. Once we look in the mirror at ourselves and we deal with us, we look at ourselves and say, you know what? It's my fault. Yes, they may have did whatever to me, X, Y, and Z. They abused me, lied on me. I came in here with it. Abused, lied, talked, slandered. But I am my issue because I got control of how I feel. No one else should have control of how I feel. Yes, you got people that'll provoke you. You talk to somebody that couldn't stand for people to provoke me. But I had to ask myself, why? Why are they provoking me? Or why do I feel? Why have I given them my power? And it was something I had to deal with in me. I had to deal with my issues, my insecurities, everything that's in this chat, my insecurities, my selfishness, my lack of confidence, my ignorance. I had to get new information. What else? Learning how to communicate, setting boundaries. Once I learned how to do all that, oh, it was up from there. Because see, we have to get over wanting to disappoint people. And you don't get over that until you deal with your issues. You have to deal with your childhood issues, whatever, like we're saying, whatever lack of confidence. We got to be self-aware. And once we start looking, that's why I have on my website the book, the 30 questions to ask yourself. You know, the responsibility guide. That was the reason I created that, because sometimes we don't ask ourselves questions. Some of us don't even talk to ourselves because we feel like we're crazy. But no, you can ask yourself questions and you answer those questions. Because no one, if somebody is controlling you, stopping you from doing things, we got to ask ourselves why. We got to ask ourselves why we keep allowing a person to disrespect us. What state of mind are we in that we allow a person to keep disrespecting us? What are we trying to prove? We got to ask ourselves those questions. I know it's hard. Oh, I know it's hard. It's hard, but we got to do it. If you want to eat the fat grapes, if you want to head to the promised land, you got to do the work. And it's work. It is work to unlearn and to learn a new behavior that you have allowed to go on for so long. It's not going to happen overnight. People have to stop making it seem like this stuff happens overnight. It is, Greta. And we all have them, though. We all have shortcomings. We just have to learn ourselves enough to know not to put ourselves in situations that are going to trigger certain outcomes, right? We have to do the work. We have to do the work on us. And it's okay. Our main goal is to make sure that we are dealing with ourselves. Because most of the time, especially the chosen ones, we consider everyone else's feelings and how they're going to feel and what they're going to think. And we put ourselves last. No, it is unhealthy to do that. We have to start considering ourselves. Not saying that you can't consider anyone else. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you consider yourself. How is this going to make you feel? You putting yourself in this situation, what is that going to do to you? How is that going to make you react? And you're going, half of the times you put yourself in situations that make the situation worse than what it is, because you're worried about what others are thinking, how they're going to think and what they're going to say. Now you don't put yourself in a situation where you're uncomfortable. You don't want to be there. You got an attitude because you can't be fake. You see the issue, the problem on your face, right? People see the attitude you have because you don't want to be there. You didn't want to go. You didn't want to participate. So you got to put on this front. And all you had to do in the beginning to say no. Hey, Keisha. Hey, fam. All you had to do was say no. Or all you had to do was say, you know what? I won't be able to attend. I'm unavailable. That's it. But no, you go take your little self over there. You take your little happy-go-lucky self over there. Put yourself in the situation. Now you feeling all tensed. And you got to pretend. No, you got to learn how to be wise. Use wisdom in this time. You don't have to go to everything, every invite. You don't have to accept every invitation. You don't have to accept every invitation. And if you feel people are going to get mad, I mentioned this yesterday. If you feel people are going to get mad or upset because you don't go, that's on them. You don't have to keep explaining yourself. No. No. You don't have to keep explaining yourself. So that's what I want to come talk to you all about. Just being responsible for our own happiness, success, and freedom. That's it. We have to be responsible for our happiness. What makes us happy? Some of us don't even know what makes us happy because we were so busy pleasing other folks. That's why if you download that guide, it'll give you a start. It's a free guide. The responsibility guide, the responsibility self-reflection guide. It's free. Just put 0 in there. You can get it for free. You don't have to put $1. You don't have to pay $1 or anything. Just put 0. It's on my website. It's the responsibility guide, and it's 30 questions. You don't have to answer all the, ask yourself all the questions in one day. And you just need to sit down, get you a journal. Sit down, get you a journal, and you can ask yourself those questions. Some of you all never sat down and asked yourself, what do I like? What do I want? What do I enjoy? What are my favorite foods? Just simple things. What makes me happy? What makes me sad? And you can add your own questions. Greta, is called the responsibility self-reflection guide. I'll put the link in here too. Don't worry about it. I'll put the link underneath the chat. And you can come back. And go to my about page. If you go to my about page, Greta, you will see it. If you want, if you want to get it. Now, if you don't want to wait. Yes, and I have to keep, mentioning the guide, the free guide, because a lot of people are new to this channel. Keisha say the questionnaire will have you thinking hard. Thank you, Keisha. Thank you so much, Keisha. Yes, and those were questions I sat down to ask myself. Those are questions I had to sit down and ask myself. Every last one of them and more, because I just took the ones that are more is not spiritually deep, like just, I won't say surface, but those are ones that I had to ask myself to get myself started before I got into the spiritual aspect of, what I had to ask myself. To get myself started, I had to ask those, those questions. And it's not easy when you never sat down and ask yourself. It is not easy. Who are you trying to please? Why are you trying to please them? Have you forgiven this person? Have you forgiven that person? Why? Why not? You have to let go of all that stuff because it's clogging up your spiritual colons. Let me say that. It's clogging up your spiritual colons. I be trying to find words that, y'all don't laugh at me. It's just clogging you up. That book will help you. That book will help you release some of the backup. the backup, it would help you release some of that stuff that's stuck in your little spiritual colons. It'll help you. It helped me. It helped me. I'm telling you all. I had to sit down and think hard. I say, you know what? This tool could help someone else. This could be something I can create to help someone else to start their journey. So get you a journal, y'all. Get y'all a journal. Start writing. It don't have to sound good to no one else. Long as it's something where you understand it, you date and time that thing, and just start journaling. Ask yourself those questions. I may put those questions actually inside of a journal that I'll just upload to Amazon. So you guys, if you want to purchase it, but I like the ebook version because some people just like to have it for themselves. So I may create that with those questions in it. Tell me if y'all would like that. I may create that same journal the same way, but put it in an ebook, put it in a book format so you can have it and you probably could take it with you and you can ask yourself those questions and you'll have an entire page to write your answer. Some people like having something tangible, right? Some If you would like that, I'll create that and probably put that on Amazon so you all can purchase it. But I know it helped me. It helped me. I'm telling you, it helped. You hear me? So y'all let me know if that's something you're interested in. But yeah, we have to be responsible. We have to do the work on ourselves. Yep, do the work on ourselves. And we have to um, we have to just do the work. It's hard. And you do one day at a time. One day at a time. And it can be done. And let me tell you, the reason we feel like it can't be done because some of us are so entangled. Put a one in the chat. We're so entangled with everybody else's mess. We got our mess and we got their mess. And we can't even take care of us. When you start doing that work, that inner work on you, and you get that peace, you'll be fine folks to keep your peace. You'll be closing all kind of doors. You'll be walking through the house like you mad. Nope, closing that door. Closing. Nope, you'll be closing doors because now you understand. Now you understand. Okay, I can't bring everybody into my life so quick. I need to vet these people. I need to watch their fruits. I need to see if they're sitting there bashing and talking about folks, they'll do the same thing to me. They'll do the same thing to me. If soon as somebody walk away from them, they're talking trash and garbage. And unfortunately, I'm gonna tell y'all, a lot of people are like this. So you're going to feel alone. You're going to feel alone because you're gonna realize most people are just toxic and negative. Not all. I just said most. I never say all are like that because we got chosen ones out there that don't do all this foolishness. We've gotten past that stuff. We're on some bigger and better things. We're trying to retire well. We got chosen ones out there. We ain't worried about no economy because we know where our health comes from. We are trying to retire and retire wealthy, retire healthy, and retire well. And when I mean retire, we're trying to get off these folks' jobs so we can enjoy doing what we want to do. That's what I mean. Not retire from your purpose because you're supposed to be retiring, from your purpose. We're not supposed to be doing that. We're supposed to be doing our purpose, our God-given purpose, until the day we leave here. We don't have time for no foolishness. Look, once you untangle yourself from other people's stuff, you will be able to focus on the stuff that's important, the things that make you happy. I want me some cruise buddies. I want me some cruise ship buddies. I want to go on the cruise with fun folks. I like having fun. You hear me? I'm a fun person. I'm business, spiritual, and serious. There's different sides of me. But I like to have fun. I like to enjoy life and do different things. And I want to be able to put myself in a position to do those things without me worrying. I want to be so much in a good position. Look, I want to have me a to-go bag by the door, already ready to pack with outfits in it and everything. I just want to have a to-go bag by my door. So if Keisha say, "Girl, let's go," Nikiana say, "Child, I'm ready." Okay, I don't want to have to think about it, and you know, I don't want to have to say, you know what, let me move this. No, I'm gonna have a little count for that. I want to have a little account for my up and go. I want me an up and go account. Listen, I want me an up and go account. I ain't got time to be worried about what the economy got going on with the world. I don't live in this economy. I live in God's economy. And if I serve a God who's supposed to be wealthy, that's what I believe. There's money out there for me. Look, there's money out there for me. I'm not buying into this. We're in a recession, times are hard. That's not my portion. I'm not going to speak that over me. That's not my portion. I don't care what people say. Well, you have to look at the numbers. No, ain't no numbers in where I come from. Look, there are no numbers. That's what type of faith I have. Ain't no numbers where I come from. No, ain't no numbers. No. In God's kingdom, no, it's plenty. Everybody wealthy over there. What my girl Latoya Kill say taught me, there's commonwealth. That means everybody got wealth. And you got to believe that. You can't just be thinking about what's going on in the world. No, I'm in God's kingdom. Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm. I'm not gonna buy into this broken knees language. I'm not gonna buy into this scarcity knees language. I'm not gonna buy into the lack of knees language. No, I'm not speaking that over me. Mm-mm. I'm a three. I'm a third John and two. I'm a third John and two. Y'all put that in the chat. I want y'all to look that up. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna speak that over myself. I'm not going to believe the report of the news. And I understand things happen, but you got to understand people prosper in those times too. And I want to be one of those ones. I want to be one of those ones. I am one of those ones. Not want to be. I am. I just want me to go back. You know how they have you go to the little cookout, little black cookouts. Give me a to go plate. I want me a to go bag. Put my little to go bag by the door. Everything already in there. Outfits, everything that I like already in there. I don't even have to check it. It's already prepared, ready to go. That's what I want. Okay, that's the type of life I want. Yes, that's what I want. I like enjoy myself. I'm not one of them. No, no, no. Well, I'm not gonna buy into. No, I'm not going to buy into. No, I can't even think about. I can't even bring myself to think about it. But yes, you all, we got to be responsible. We got to start speaking. Yes, speaking what we want over ourselves and doing the work. Because we can't get there until we deal with all of this clutter we got in us, all of this spiritual baggage. We have to unpack that stuff. Unpack your spiritual baggage so you can get your on the go bag. you can travel light, okay? You can travel light. Get your on the go bag. But you can't do that if you bog down with clutter. And people are not going to want to be around you. Your energy is going to propel them. When you meet people and you want to get close to people, they're not going to want to be around you because they can feel you got too much going on. I know I can. Listen, when I start doing the work on myself and I pull up on folks and thinking, they good to, kind of chill with, get to know. Now, when I pull up, I feel all that drama, I'm out. I close that door quick. I'm like, they got to get that sorted out first. And I know people used to do me like that when I carried my baggage. people could feel that. You want to, want to get close to folks and try to, be friends because they seem like good people. But them people have done the work, and they don't want you to, they don't want you coming with your baggage, your unhealed baggage, and your weight. They don't want that coming over to them, contaminating them. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them, because it takes work. Once you do all the work, let me tell you something. Once you start doing all that heavy lifting, getting rid of all that baggage, all that spiritual weight, all the things you've dealt with, the people, when you start doing that work, oh, it's going to be hard for folks to get close to you. It is going to be hard for certain people, because you're going to be able to see it and sniff that stuff from a mile away. Because when you clean out your baggage, your garbage, your spiritual colons are open, so things flow. Things flow. So you will be able to pick up if people got too much going on that they need to handle. And no, everybody, we all got some stuff going on. Let's clear that. We all have things going on. But the things I'm talking about, the stuff that people got going on that they haven't addressed, you can feel that. You can feel it. And people don't want to be a part of it, especially the ones who've done their work. Like, shoot, I've been there. I've been in that. Ooh, I don't been in dysfunction, girl. I can't. We'll be like, girl, I can't. Got to get somebody else to do it. Only thing I can do is encourage you, because you got too much going on. Once you get past all that drama and you see how abundant and happy your life could be, the doors and the people, the new people that God is sending in your life, that think on a different level, that is operating on a different level, and you realize that everybody is not. That's why I say all people are not toxic. And you get those people who just are not toxic, and you can have a conversation. You healed when you could talk on the phone with folks for hours and you don't discuss nobody. You don't discuss another person unless it's talking about how they improve their business. You on a different level. And when somebody start bringing up someone in that negative way, you will change the subject quick, or you'll say, you know what, I'm not even on that no more. I'm not concerned about what people are doing, because it's beyond you now. You see, there's more to life than to be worried about what somebody's doing, what they're not doing, and who they're doing it with. You guys are discussing ideas. You're discussing how to get past things, how to get over things, and the people are taking your advice. The hardest people to be around are people who are having issues and they don't take your advice. We all had those friends. I was one of those friends before. Only thing most people want to do is complain, and they want you to be their personal life coach and their personal dumpster. No. And I know you're supposed to be there for your friends, yes, but if they're not doing anything to change, you got to tell them, no, they got to pay you. There's life coaching services, therapy services. Pay me. These are services for me to sit on the phone with you for hours to complain about a person you're not going to leave, you're not going to set boundaries with. Pay me. This is a service. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I know it's hard. And I know we were not raised to think that way and be that way, but you can't keep doing that, because that's going to bring your spirit down. 1 Corinthians 15:33, what does it say? Bad company corrupts good morals. You over here trying to heal, you doing the work on yourself, and they still dealing with garbage that they don't want to deal with. You trying to invite them to conferences, you're trying to refer them to coaching services, and they don't want to deal with it. You their third person, you the middleman for them. They don't want to, you paying for the services while they eating off you. They're feeding off you. No, nope. No, ma'am. They have to do that work too. Exactly, Greta. You will. Once you start doing the work, get that guide, get that self reflection guide, get that guide. You'll see. You will see. And you start spending time with yourself. Start spending time with yourself. Get you a good book. Start reading the Bible. If you read the Bible, even if it's one proverb a day, start there. You will, because you need to renew your mind. You need to reprogram your mind. Meditate on the good things, on good things. Don't be injecting yourself with all this pollution from the news and stuff. So many people got anxiety and depression from watching the news because they're scaring us and telling us this and telling us that, and people are getting afraid. Folks are afraid that they won't be able to have a roof over their head and food, and no, we can't let them just pump us with fear, pumping us with fear. I'm not going to fear. I'm going to trust God. That's what I'm gonna do. Even to my last, even if it looked like everything, I'm just gonna trust him. Like, Lord, I'm trusting you. You said to trust you. What other choice do we have? Yes, Jacqueline. Beloved, I wish above, what does it say? Beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper, even as thy soul prosper. I don't know if I said that correct, but that's what I stand on. I meditate that. That's in my heart. I be trying to recite it and remember word from word in my heart. I'm supposed to be in good health. I'm supposed to prosper. I'm not finna sit in fear. And see, you can't focus on this type of stuff if you have people that are around you with that low vibrational energy, who on that low vibration. You can't pull yourself up if they pulling you down. You can't think high. You can't vibe high if somebody on that low vibrational plane, they on the low vibration, you trying to think high, and you can't get up there because you're carrying them around with you. You're carrying your baggage around with you. You got your baggage, you got them, you got their baggage, and you can't go nowhere. You're like a parked car with three flat tires. You're trying to go that one with that little one tire. You're trying to drive off, and the car got the three flat tires, and it's just boo doo doo, boo doo. No, you got to put some air in them tires. I hope that example helped. I don't know why I get these outlandish examples from. Jesus, help me. But that was an analogy. But I hope you get it. Can't be carrying people in their stuff. And I know some of you all feel bad because you were taught to sacrifice yourself. You were taught to sacrifice and people please and carry everybody else's weight. You can't carry folks if you haven't dealt with your stuff. You only could carry people if you have unloaded your stuff. And some of you all are breaking down with mental health issues, depression, anxiety, because of you haven't dealt with your stuff and you're trying to pick up everybody else's stuff. We can't do that. So let me go. I got to get ready to take me a nap. I enjoy you all today. I'm gonna work on that journal, since you all said that that would be a good idea. I'll work on that, and I'll make sure I upload this to Amazon. Yep, I'll make sure I upload it. Oh yeah, that's the one, Greta. You got to rebuke that. We got to rebuke that. That's because they want to manipulate you. Family don't treat you that way. Yeah, that's just the little saying and that's just the way to keep you bonded, trauma bonded. That's what that is. Yep. So you all, I'm gonna take me a little nap, a little quick nap, right quick, and then I'll talk to you all later. All right, Keisha, I see you later, fam. Thank you all for joining me today. I appreciate it. I was just trying to look at the comments, but I appreciate you all. So y'all be blessed. And Greta, I'll put the link in here, okay? I'll put the link in here for the. Let me go do that now. Hold on. I'm gonna put that in here for you, Greta, right now. I had to go. Ooh, I think that's gonna be too long. But it's the link though. Just click on there. Ooh, that's too long. Hold on. Oh yeah, that's way too long. That one. But I'll put it in the comments for you after I close this live. But I enjoyed you all coming to chit chat with me. As usual, y'all be blessed, okay? Be blessed. And if you want to join the membership, you can. I would love for you to. We have, I'm going to have another meet and greet because we didn't meet all the members. So I'm going to have another one come here probably towards the end of September. So be on the lookout for that. Okay. So if you would like to join, you can get in on that. And we just have a live meet and greet to meet some of the chosen ones, in person on Zoom. It was nice the last time. We just talked about, what everyone did in their occupation and where they live. And just, small talk, nothing deep or major. And if, they wanted to ask me something, I answered their questions. It was nice. Make me feel like I really know them now. That's why I call them family, the ones who come on, who's part of the membership, because you get to meet people, feel their energy, they get to feel my energy. But we had a nice time. Yeah, we really had a nice time. So you all be blessed, okay? Let me go. And I'll put it in, Greta, for you in the comment box. Not in the chat box, in the comment box after I end this the live screen.